You're listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and to get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, are you ready? Here we go.
All right, thank you so much, Wes. And let me just say this. Wes has been back in the office this past week. It's been really cool. He's been working remotely here lately, and now he's in the office for the week. And it's just been really good to see him and to catch up. And like I can hear him like laughing sometimes from where my office is in studio to where his office is. And it's like, my guy's here. So I'm happy to see Wes. But hey, thank you again, Wes. Outer Banks This Week podcast. Episode 119, and as always, it's all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manteo. It's right there on your left, just past Jump Masters, right before the Good Neighbor Dog Retreat place. I can't remember the name of it exactly. It used to be Big Al's Soda Fountain and Grill. And when I was riding by Kelly's lot the other day, or actually today is when it was, I rode by and his lot is packed full of vehicles. If you are looking for a car, a truck, an SUV, a work van, something of that nature, Kelly can facilitate. If you're looking for a shed, you need somewhere to store your lawnmower because now you got to put your car in the garage. The sheds out there Kelly has are phenomenal. Check him out online at kellysobxauto.com. And let's not forget about the powering of the vessel is powered by, yes, indeed, it is all powered by Outer Banks Pest Control. OuterBanks-PestControl.com is where you can find them online. You need to get service done. You need to get some varmints out of your attic. You need to get something out of your crawl space under your house. There's any sort of creepy crawlies or whatever that's taking place around your house or your office or your place of business. Outer Banks Pest Control will be on top of it. Just call Jesse or Mandy or any of the girls in the office and they'll have somebody out there pronto to take care of said pesky critter. All right. And again, check them out online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. Oh gosh, y'all. I feel like I need to fall on my sword. It's been pretty hot and humid. Summertime is here, but I'd say it was maybe a month or so ago. I was praying for rain because we hadn't had any in quite some time. Well, it seems like the Lord has answered my prayer because, my goodness gracious, we've had a lot of rain lately. There hasn't been a 24-hour stretch, I believe, where we've gone without rain in the last, 2 weeks. Maybe 2.5. Y'all, it has rained a lot here lately. So we're going to just real quick. Oh, Lord Jesus, who we love so much, and we're so thankful for all that you do for us on a regular basis. We're thankful for this beautiful piece of the world that we call the Outer Banks, that we're able to walk around and enjoy and just take in all the awesomeness that is here. But right now we come to you with a heart of asking for it to not rain so much anymore. Yes, we need the rain. The rain is good, but right now it seems like we've had a lot of it. Okay, Lord, we would like it if the rain would just ever so slightly slow up and that the sun would shine for a good 72 to 96 hours before seeing any sort of precipitation again. We ask this in your heavenly name. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. All right. Let's pray that worked. Let's pray that prayer had some effect because honestly, and those of you that live here that listen to the podcast, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you that have been here on vacation, you've noticed that you've been out at the beach and the sun will be out in the morning. And then all of a sudden you see these big black clouds show up and then it just rains on your parade. I'm trying to keep that from happening. It would be nice if the rain came like overnight. Like it rained in the middle of the night and then like it was sunny all day and then it would rain in the middle of the night. But as I said last week, any day in the summertime, it's like a 30 to 40% chance of rain. A lot of it happening in the afternoon simply because of the heat and the humidity just boiling up and the clouds just filling with precipitation and falling to the earth. So, but again, the rain could go away. I got to say this. I did not realize until last Friday that Sunday was Father's Day. I didn't. I honestly thought Father's Day was this coming Sunday. I was talking to someone on the phone and they said, hey, man, have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day. And I said back, you're about a week early, aren't you? And they said, no, Father's Day Sunday. And I was like, oh, my gosh. So I had to scramble to get my dad something for Father's Day. Luckily, I had something in one of those worst case scenario things, but it still worked and my dad appreciated it. So I'm happy that I was able to pull that off. I just could not believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, Father's Day. I almost forgot about it. Praise the Lord that somebody reminded me. It was a good day, though. Not a whole lot of action taking place. Went to church that morning, and then I cut the grass, hauled off the trash, did stuff that I wanted to do, and it was nice. And a lot of the times what I want to do is stuff around my house that makes my house look nicer if possible. I do want to shout out to my buddy Cody B. Out in Rocky Mount. I did go Saturday. I went out to Rocky Mount, North Carolina, which is a couple hours west of the Outer Banks for his 40th birthday, and that was a lot of fun. I didn't get to stay as long as I wanted to. I had to run out there and run back because I had somebody watching my boys. My parents were watching my boys, and I was like, all right, I don't want to leave them there too long. So I do appreciate Cody B for inviting me to his 40th birthday, and that was a lot of fun. All right, coming up in this episode of the podcast, reached out probably a month or so ago to a couple of teenage girls that I know that I felt like were good candidates to talk about things that teenage girls like to do on the Outer Banks. So families that are coming in town with teenage girls. And when I say teenage, I'm talking like 14, 15, 16, 17 in that age range. This is the podcast that's going to talk about where they like to go, different shops they like to go to, places to hang out, restaurants they enjoy, and just other little tips and things that they would like to share with you. So I've got Aubree and her friend coming in that are going to talk about that, and they'll be here in just a few moments. Thinking about some news. Now, there are some newsworthy things that I do want to mention. Again, they can be found online at samwalkerobxnews.com. The largest tagged great white, named the Contender, pinged off of Hatteras just recently. And when I say off of Hatteras, I'm not talking like somebody saw it from the beach and was like, oh, shark, and then you heard the Jaws music playing. No, this shark was 22 miles out in the water. Guarantee you swimming away from the beach. Okay, it was 22 miles out there. According to what I read at samwalkerobxnews.com, it was over 14 feet long and over 1,600 pounds. But again, it was 22 miles offshore. It was not like it was swimming in the surf where, people are out there playing in the water. No, this shark was way, way out there. So let's just go ahead and clear that up, because a lot of the news outlets were like, 14-foot, 1,600-pound great white spotted off of Cape Hatteras. Yeah, it was off of Cape Hatteras, but 22 miles off of Cape Hatteras. So let's just clear that up. That's kind of why I wanted to mention that. But then there's also something, I'm not going to really go down the political rabbit hole of all of this, but in North Carolina right now, there's a House Bill 442. It's an amendment that has been put forward about that. We've been dealing with red snapper and flounder regulations here commercially and recreationally for a couple of years now. But now they're talking about doing away with some of that, or loosening the restraints on that, but then imposing a straw boat shrimping ban in our local sounds and up to a half a mile off the beach. That would devastate this area if that were to go through. Okay, completely devastate the entire fishery. That would be a huge punch in the face, a devastating blow to the Outer Banks should this happen. So, again, not going down the political part of it all. We're not a political podcast, but just know that that's been proposed, and that yours truly, along with a lot of others, are pushing back in Raleigh. And we've got some senators that I'm going to give a shout out to here in just a moment that are really working hard to push that bill and push that whole thing out, because we need our shrimping. Shrimping has to happen. I mean, what my man say, shrimping ain't easy. Okay, it ain't. But if you love shrimp, just know that there's a group of us here that are fighting hard to keep that. They're trying to fast track it too. So again, not going down the political hole of all of that, but just know that that is being discussed, and that's all news that you can find and read up more about it at samwalkerobxnews.com. I do want to thank Mr. Lynn Shell from the Outer Banks Sporting Company for allowing me to go over there last week at milepost 10 3/4 and Nags Head to his shop there at Outer Banks Sporting Company, and setting up and doing a podcast with him. And you tell you what, that's a fun guy. If you haven't listened to episode 118 yet, go back and take a listen to it, because Mr. Lynn Shell is the surfing mecca, or that's not the right word. He is the surfing. He's one of the fathers of surfing here on the Outer Banks. Is that accurate? Maybe. I don't know. Just listen to the podcast. Go check out his store. Definitely a cool spot. Oh, Captain Marty. Some of you have requested copies of the Captain Marty Fishing Guide. Okay. Captain Marty has been extremely busy here lately. Captain Marty has been at the tournaments. He has been all over the place. He's getting ready to go to the Hatteras Marlin Club tournament. I'm trying my best to get him in here to sign some copies of the fishing guide, but he's been really busy. I saw him for a brief moment here at the office the other day. He was going over a tournament guide with one of our content creators, and he was looking at that, looking at the articles, looking at the pictures, and was gone again. He stuck his head in my door, said hello, and was out the door. Captain Marty has been extremely busy. So don't think for a second that we're avoiding you or that you're not going to get your fishing guide. It was funny. I actually had a fishing guide sent back to me because it said that I didn't use the proper postage or something. I was like, what? I took it to the post office. They weighed it and they put the stamp on it. How can it not be the proper postage? They're the ones that did it. But regardless, Mr. Chris Murphy, if you're listening, your fishing guide got sent back and it's on its way. But I got to get the captain to autograph some more. And it's just been busy, okay? Some questions I've gotten about Captain Marty is like, you know what, Justin, I want to listen to his fishing reports. What's the easiest way for me to do it? Okay, it's simple. Go to Google, type in Captain Marty. It's the first thing that pops up. You can click on the link that takes you to OuterBanksThisWeek.com and his site, and you can listen to his fishing reports right there. So if you're not sure how to listen to the Captain Marty fishing reports and you're like, why does Justin keep talking about Captain Marty every week? I want to hear this guy. Go to Google, type in Captain Marty. That's all you have to do. The two words Captain Marty or CAPT period Marty. And it'll pop right up. You click on that and you can listen to Captain Marty anytime you want. Okay. Simple as that. All right. We're going to take a quick break. I'll jump into some shout outs. But before we do that, Maddie P. Let me tell you something about Maddie P. Maddie P will go out at night and stay out for a little while in the evening time and go out and do some partying. And then he's right back at the gym at the Outer Banks Sports Club at 5:30 in the morning. I know this because he went out partying one night and then he met me at the gym the next morning and he was in there just grinding. And like, I couldn't keep up with him. I mean, that's a strong dude right there. Matty P has an extreme work ethic, all right? And he's very dedicated to the gym. And he is also very dedicated to OBX After Dark with your boy, Matty P.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Matty P, back with another edition of OBX After Dark, brought to you by the Jolly Roger, y'all, located at milepost 6 3/4 down there on the beach road in Kill Devil Hills. Y'all make sure you go out there and check them out, man. They got breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. They open 365 days, maybe 64. They might take one day off. But look, man, go down to the Jolly Roger, get you some good food, get you a Bloody Mary, maybe 5 after a long night of partying, and enjoy the time. Go see Carol Ann. She's got a great spot down there. If you want to see the menu, go onto their website, JollyRogerOBX.com. But look, let's get right into it, man. Let me tell y'all where I was at this weekend. Your boy Matty P made a long trip. He went all the way north, y'all. He went to Corolla this weekend, man, and he went up to Uncle Ike's, baby. Now, Uncle Ike's is a little spot up there in Corolla, and they had a little karaoke session going on. And it's busy, man. It's getting a little busy because, you know, it's that time of year when the tourists are out. You know, Uncle Ike's is popping. So, your boy Matty P sang a little ditty up there on the mic, sang a little Biggie Smalls, you know, Notorious B.I.G. Juicy, baby. It was all a dream. And look, man, we had a good time at Ike's. Now, it's a little bit of a drive, but if you're staying up in Corolla for the week, make sure you hit Uncle Ike's. You'll have a great time. And guess what, man? The BPL there at Uncle Ike's was an 8.1. 8.1, y'all. That's a solid score for Uncle Ike's, man. It's a little small spot, little hole in the wall, but you'll always have a good time if you go north. But look, man, stay tuned for next week. Your boy Matty P will be back at it again, hitting the mean streets of the Outer Banks at night looking for something fun to do. And if you know what I mean, 4 letters, 1 word, yeet!
Discover a timeless escape with Joe Lamb Jr. and Associates. Family owned for 3 generations and proudly serving the Outer Banks since 1968, we offer over 500 vacation homes. Oceanfront, pet-friendly, and family-sized options available. Whether you're booking a getaway or buying your dream home, our trusted local team delivers personalized service and unmatched OBX expertise. Thousands of families have made memories with us. Let us help you make yours. Visit JoeLambJr.com, a timeless escape since 1968.
Discover the Cotton Gin, an Outer Banks landmark with over 60 years of family tradition. With locations in Nags Head, Duck, and Corolla, we offer a unique shopping experience featuring exclusive brands like Pandora, Vera Bradley, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide, plus an extensive selection of coastal decor. Be sure to enjoy a wine tasting at Sanctuary Vineyards in Jarvisburg, where local award-winning wines meet scenic vineyard views. To get a better glimpse at what awaits, visit us online at cottongin.com. Whether you're exploring gifts, fashion, or flavors, the Cotton Gin and Sanctuary Vineyards have the true taste of the Outer Banks you've been looking for.
All right, we're going to jump into some shout outs. And again, if you're a listener of the podcast, let me know. Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Send me an email. Say hey. Say you want to shout out. Ask me a question. If you're here on vacation, you want to know more about something specific, let me know. I will gladly talk to you about it. I will gladly help you with whatever I can, okay? It's what I like to do. It's one of my favorite things to do is help you enjoy your vacation and all the great things around here as best as you can. If you want me to talk to you about some of that stuff, Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. I'm going to start with Mr. Eric Preston. Mr. Eric emailed me. Let me pull up his email real quick. Where are you, Mr. Eric? He said, hey, bud, hope you're doing well. Thanks for the Corolla shows. He said, we planned the trip, and yes, we would like a signed copy of the Captain Marty Fishing Guide. He's his biggest fan, is what he says. Okay, so I'm going to get that for you, Mr. Eric. Be patient, though, because, again, the captain has been in and out, in and out, in and out. But he said, I have a show idea for you. Could you interview the folks of Jeffrey's Seafood in Hatteras? He read an article and he found it interesting and would like to know more about the business and future plans. Thank you, Mr. Eric Preston. Well, Mr. Eric, your wish is my command yet again. I actually know the owners of Jeffrey's Seafood and Hatteras Seafoods down there in Hatteras Village, and I reached out to Kelly and Kelsey Aiken down there, and they were delighted to have me come down, set up my stuff, and do a podcast with them. So that's going to be next week's episode of the podcast. I will be setting up down in Hatteras to talk with them about Jeffrey's Seafood and Hatteras Seafood. So there you go, Mr. Eric. Happy to do that for you. And that's going to be next week's show, as I said. So there you go. I also want to shout out to Senators Bobby Hanig and Norm Sanderson. Now, these are two that are pushing back against this House Bill 442 that I was telling you about a moment ago with the commercial fishing and the shrimping, the trawlers and whatnot. So hopefully they will push back hard enough. And those of us that have voiced our opposition to that House bill and have called Raleigh to talk about it, they hopefully all of that plus those two really pushing back against this will help with the process. And I'll tell you, I mean, I've talked with Bobby Hanig and Norm Sanderson, those two senators, a couple different times. Great guys, and they work really hard for Eastern North Carolina. So some of the things that you love and appreciate here on the Outer Banks, courtesy of those two guys. Okay, so they deserve a shout out on this podcast. Love them very much, and I'm thankful for all that they do and continue to do for Northeast North Carolina and the Outer Banks. But Norm Sanderson was the senator representing this area, but then when they redrew the lines, it became Bobby Hanig. And again, very, very wonderful individuals. So appreciate them for all that they continue to do for the Outer Banks. All right, that's going to wrap up my shout outs. And again, if you're a listener to the podcast, I would love to give you a shout out. Hit me up, Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com, and I will give you a shout out and I'll answer whatever questions you may have. Or if you're like, hey, you should go do a podcast here, I will try to make the arrangements to get that done. Your wish is my command. I try my best to cater to what you all want, love, and appreciate. Okay, so again, Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Quick break. Then we're going to talk to Miss Aubree and her friend in regards to what teenage girls like to do here on the Outer Banks. Stick around.
You've made it to the beach. Getting there is one thing, but setting up your things is another. That's where Just for the Beach Rentals comes in. Whether it be a setup or a drop-off, Just for the Beach Rentals provides quality rentals, timely deliveries, and friendly service from Nags Head to Corolla. They have a huge inventory of chairs, umbrellas, kayaks, surfboards, stand-up paddleboards, a wide range of bikes, and even baby stuff. To see their setup packages for your oceanfront or non-oceanfront service, go online to justforthebeach.com.
Looking for adventure? Head to Pirates Cove Marina in Manteo, where exciting charter fishing meets waterfront vibes. Whether you're a seasoned angler or a first-timer, enjoy offshore, nearshore, and inlet trips with expert crews and quality boats. Need fuel? Pirates Cove offers diesel and non-ethanol gas. Need rods, reels, bait, tackle, and marine supplies? Pirates Cove has that too. Visit their ship store for premium sunglasses, exclusive Pirates Cove gear, and unique gifts. After your trip, relax with snacks, cold drinks, and stunning marina views. Book your charter today at fishpiratescove.com or stop by for a day of adventure, shopping, and relaxation. Catch the big one and make unforgettable memories at Pirates Cove Marina in Manteo. All right, as promised, I have Miss Aubree and Miss Brileigh in here. Couple teenage girls from here on the Outer Banks, and they're going to talk to us a little bit about some of the fun things that they like to do on the Outer Banks, places they like to go, restaurants that they like, different things that they appreciate and love about being here on the Outer Banks in Northeast North Carolina. So girls, how are y'all today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. This is going to be fun. So let's talk a little bit about, let's start with Miss Brileigh. All right, Miss Brileigh, how old are you?
I'm 16.
16 years old. All right. And you go, what school do you go to?
Manteo High School.
Manteo High School. And you've lived here for a few years now.
About 2.
See, I went to school with your mother. Okay, I think she was a year ahead of me in school. Super sweetheart of a person. Your daddy's a great guy. Your little brothers they're fun. So again, I appreciate you being in here with me today. And then of course we've got Miss Aubree here. Aubree, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. And of course, Miss Aubree, she you go to Manteo High School.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
And you just turned 16. Yeah. Now, sports. Do we play sports? Volleyball?
I play softball.
Softball, okay. Yeah, that's right. I've been to a softball game and I was like, I think I accidentally, I was like, yo, you doing too much. And I think you like maybe grounded out or something. And I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. It's one of those things where I was like, oh gosh, bad luck. So, all right, let's start with this question right here. Okay. Both 16 years old, both live here on the Outer Banks, and you've lived here your whole life, Aubree.
Yes.
Yes. Born and raised. What is something that you all absolutely love about the Outer Banks in this area of the world? What is something that you love?
I love just being close to the beach and being able to like all the tourists that come here and meet new people and
okay.
Yeah.
Hanging out like that and meeting some new folks and being that close to the beach. Okay. Aubree, what about you?
I'd have to say being close to the beach and being able to meet new people in the summer.
Okay.
And just being near the water.
Just being near the water. Okay. Very cool. Good answers. You said something a little bit ago, like one of your favorite things to do was chase boys in their big pickup trucks. Is that right?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it can be fun. Sometimes it can.
Now, do they ever chase you back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We'll have to cut that part out, I guess. I don't know if we need moms and dads hearing all that stuff, but anyway. All right. So let me ask you this. Favorite places that you like to hang out during the summer when it's hot out, and if it's, where do you like to go? If it's raining and you're like, crap, I can't go to the beach. Because let's be real, we all like to go to the beach. The beach is like the number one spot. I mean, people come here on vacation because of the beach. They also like some of the historic things that we have around here as well. But when you can't do that, like where's some different places that you like to go to hang out?
Like going to laser tag.
Okay. Laser tag, the one in Nags Head?
Yep.
Okay. I played that before. I didn't win, but like that's a good time right there. That OBX laser tag. Okay. Right there. And it's behind like Single Fin.
Yeah.
Duncan over that way in Nags Head across the street from the Outer Banks Sports Club. Okay. All right, Miss Aubree.
I'd have to say the bowling alley, but the beach is fun in the rain.
The beach is fun in the rain.
And if y'all like playing pickleball's pretty fun in the rain.
Pickleball. Okay, so y'all play pickleball.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I've always been led to believe that pickleball is more of an older generation sport, like your Gen Xers, and your baby boomers. Okay, if you're familiar with that age group, so y'all like to play pickleball.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's different places around the Outer Banks that you can play pickleball. There's different outdoor courts. There's some in Wanchese. There's a few in Manio. There's some in Nags Head. Of course, the Kill Devil Hills Rec Center. There's also those places that they have as well. So, okay, pickleball, that's interesting. And going to the beach in the rain, as long as there's no lightning, right?
There's only been a few times we've been there with lightning.
Let's not advise anybody.
Mom and Dad, they don't know.
No, they don't know. Oh, okay. We got to keep that a secret. Aubree says got to keep that one a secret. Okay, so we're talking about some laser tag, different things like that. Also going to the beach in the rain, maybe playing pickleball, things like that. Okay. Let me ask you this. When you're looking, like when y'all do any sort of like shopping on the Outer Banks, and don't say TJ Maxx. Everybody loves going to TJ Maxx. Y'all like TJ Maxx?
Sometimes.
Nothing against TJ Maxx or anything, or Marshalls or anything like that. But like, seems like it like my wife. I'll be like, what Mother's Day, for example, just give me a gift card to TJ Maxx. No, I want to get you something like nothing wrong with TJ Maxx, but I want to get you something a little different. Like, where are some of your favorite like boutiques, shops, things like that? Is there anywhere that y'all like to go specific for different things?
I like Foxy.
Foxy
Flamingo.
Foxy Flamingo is a good one. Okay.
Everything in Bliss, I think I don't know if it's just online.
I think she may have moved to online. I know she did have a storefront at one point. Good. Okay.
And Target.
You can't get wrong. No. I mean, let's be honest. Like we're not a commercialized place. We have Target, we do have Walmart, but we don't have a lot of those big box stores like that. Thank the Lord. I mean, don't y'all think that's a good thing?
Yeah.
That we don't have to worry about those types of things here. Look, I mean, we could easily, and again, nothing against Myrtle Beach, but we could easily turn into a Myrtle Beach if we allowed this place to. Yeah. But luckily, we have a lot of people that are just like, no, we like our uniqueness the way it is. So, but there's a lot of different boutiques and things up and down the beach that people can go to on Hatteras Island. Of course, y'all talked about Foxy. It seems to be a really popular one, and that's right there in that Food Lion Shopping Center in the northern Nags Head, which is actually kind of close to the laser tag.
Yeah.
So lots of different cool stuff like that up that way. Let me ask you this. When it comes down to where we going to get something to eat, girls' night out, girls are going to go out, no boys with their lifted up pickups. Okay. Or there's now, all right, question, squatted pickups.
Oh yeah. That's where it's at.
Is that where it's at?
Oh yeah.
Is that hot?
Yes. Sometimes.
Really?
All right. Not when the bed is literally on the tire.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
It looks so weird to me, but anyway, and it's just me, I'm from a different generation, but that's okay. But okay, so no boys with their squatted, lifted vehicles, but y'all are like, hey, we're going to go grab something to eat tonight. Where's some places that y'all would consider going?
I like Jack Brown's.
Jack Brown's is a good one. Do like some Jack Brown's.
Probably Lone Cedar.
Lone Cedar. That seems to be a really popular one as well. Lone Cedar is a good one right there on the Manio Nags Head Causeway. Food there is great. Jack Brown's up in Kill Devil Hills, right there on the beach road. I like it because they don't have if you ask for lettuce and tomato, they're like, we don't have that. Yeah. They got some unique burgers up there. And my favorite's the Cobra Kai. I go for the Cobra Kai every time I go up there. Of course, I'm a Karate Kid fan, so that was when I first saw that one on the list, I was like, oh yeah, I need that one. So we're talking about, what about any Mexican restaurants?
Definitely La Fogata's.
La Fogata's? Okay. I anticipated that answer.
Yeah, not Plaza and Three Tequilas.
They're just far up there too.
Yeah, they're
so so a lot of the reason why you may not go that far up is because it's travel, because y'all live on Roanoke Island.
Yes.
And it's just trying to go up there. Now, let's say you're already up there. Okay, let's say you're coming back from Virginia. Just throwing that, an example. Coming back down the beach, you're in Kitty Hawk, and you're like, gosh, I'm hungry, y'all. I can't, let's not wait to get to Wanchese. Let's stop and get something to eat up here. Where would we think about eating up that direction?
probably Plaza.
Plaza?
That's just me, though.
Plaza Azteca?
Yeah.
I mean, great spot.
Yeah.
All great spots.
3 tequilas.
3 tequilas. I do like some 3 tequilas too. So what about on the non-Mexican side of things? We said Jack Brown's, one of my favorites to go to. And I think this is more, it's not, I wouldn't call it Mexican. I don't know what you call it, but Bad Bean. Up in
Never been there.
You've never been to Bad Bean?
I've been there.
You need to check out Bad Bean. Bad Bean's pretty rad.
I can add in Mama Kwan's.
Mama Kwan's.
Yeah.
Definitely a nice, cool vibe at Mama Kwan's for sure. Very cool. Okay. Well, girls, you've given me some good information here. We've talked about some shops. We've talked about places to go. I mean, so when you go to the beach, where do you typically go? Like, where's your spots?
Jeanette's
Pier?
Jeanette's and Great.
Okay. Jeanette's Pier is a big parking lot.
Yeah.
So plenty of places to park. Now, your vehicle, is it 4-wheel drive? Mm-hmm. It is. So would you consider getting a permit to go drive out on like Coquina Beach, Oregon Inlet down that way, or?
It depends.
Depends. I got you. Because I know, like, I enjoy going out there. That's where I like to go. But because it's like you can just back your vehicle right up there and you got everything. You have to haul it all out to the beach and stuff like that. But so Jeanette's Pier. Now, do y'all like hang out under the pier? Where do y'all just set up shop out there on the beach? I know some people they'll go sit right up underneath the pier. And I'm like, what's the point?
I like to be in the sun.
We usually go to the left side.
Yeah. You like to get roasted. Please tell me that you're putting on like SPF 30 or something.
No.
What? Aubree, you need to consider these things.
Okay.
Okay. Because when you get old like me, anyway. All right. So let me ask you this. If there's something that you could change about the Outer Banks, is there anything you would want like done differently around here? Is there anything you would want changed?
Definitely more shops.
More shops.
Yeah, not like Myrtle Beach shops, just a whole bunch, just a few more like boutiques and stuff.
Okay, so have some more variety of options.
Yeah.
Different options. Okay. Do y'all ever go to like the Nags Head outlets and walk around over there and look at stuff?
Yeah, sometimes.
I got you. Okay. So more shops. Aubree says more shops. All right, Brileigh, you tell me. What do you think?
I would say more I don't know, really.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You wouldn't change anything. You love it the way it is.
I do.
Well, I appreciate it, ladies. One more question, and then I'll turn y'all loose. I know y'all have got to go chase boys in their lifted pickup trucks. Yeah, I mean, you said it. You said it. But best advice to give to teenagers that are coming here on vacation? What is something that you, for sure, it's like they're on their way here. What is something for sure that they need to do other than going to the beach?
Come see us at Booty Treats. That's definitely something that they need to do.
So Booty Treats is where y'all work, and they need to come see you at Booty Treats and get some ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, what's your favorite thing at Booty Treats?
Oh, gosh. If we're talking the ice cream side, definitely banana pudding.
Banana pudding ice cream? What? I've never had this. This is
really good.
It is good.
Is it really? Okay. So banana pudding ice cream is what Aubree says.
I like key lime pie ice cream.
Okay, now I've had that before, and that's actually that's delish. It slaps.
Very good.
It's
It slaps.
Yeah, it's
a
ain't
bus?
mid. It's a bus.
Yeah.
That's right. It's vibing. So I did a podcast, just kind of go back in time for some of my listeners that remember this. Maybe I did a podcast where I talked about all the different lingo that the youth of America use today. And we used words like skibbity and all that other kind of fun stuff. And so, yeah, and Melissa and some of them others thought it was. Anyway, we're not going to go down that road, but it's a bus. Yeah. Is that good? That means good, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, ladies, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in and giving me a few minutes. This has been good. And y'all have fun at Booty Treats and chasing the boys in their lifted pickups.
Oh.
you.
Thanks.
Discover the Elizabethan Gardens on Roanoke Island, a stunning 10-acre botanical garden where beauty blooms year-round. Seasonal changes bring vibrant flowering plants, shrubs, and trees, while historic touches like ancient Italian statuary add timeless charm. With ever-changing horticultural collections, dazzling annual color, and butterfly releases every Wednesday and Friday, each visit is a new experience. Visit ElizabethanGardens.org and experience a garden that keeps you coming back again and again.
Ahoy there, folks. Captain Edward Lee here, and I want to invite you aboard the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. She's a modern 60-foot headboat outfitted with the latest top-quality safety and fishing equipment. We make 3 trips per day out of the world-famous Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Visit MissOregonInlet.com or call us today at 252-251-4314. So ditch the beach for a bit and set sail with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2.
All right, we're going to jump into some events right now, and all these events that I'm talking about can be found online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Click on the events tab, and you can search by daytime events, nighttime events, or search all events. You can put in the date ranges that you're going to be here. You can put in as narrow or as wide of a date range as you want, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And okay, I'll stop right there, but you get my point. It goes on and on. Well, let's start with live from the OBX. My goodness gracious, Friday, June 20th, Charles Wesley Godwin with special guests Drayton Farley and McKeely Buck. I think I said it right that time. They're going to be gracing the stage of the Festival Park here in Manteo. Gates are going to open at 5 o'clock. Show's going to start at 6:30. It's rain or shine. Hopefully no rain. And general admission tickets are $35. You can get them online right now at livefromobx.com. Coming up, and I'm trying my best. I reached out to some of the management crews of some of the artists just yesterday, and I'm hoping I can get something lined up. I would love to do an interview with Travis Tritt or Jake Owen because they're going to be here June 26th. Is Travis Tritt, into the 28th is Jake Owen. There are more details to come on that. But hey, Charles Wesley Godwin with special guests Drayton Farley and McKeely Buck. That's happening on Friday, June 20th at Roanoke Island Festival Park, all part of Live from OBX. Oh, there's so many things going on. So trivia nights that are taking place. I mean, I host a trivia night over at McGrath's Burger Shack every Wednesday starting at 6. You know that if it's with me, it's going to be a good time. So yeah, McGrath's Burger Shack, Nags Head, part of the Outer Banks Mall, the northern sector of it, okay, closest to the hospital. Kind of tucked back in a corner next to Island Snowball on one side. I think you've got Island School of Dance on the other side up there. GNC is over there. You got Grits Grill. You've got Pokebox. Pretty sure that's all the different little restaurants in that one little spot, all the different stores in that one little spot. So McGrath's Burger Shack, 6 o'clock Wednesday nights. Come hang out with me. Let's take a look now at the old calendar coming up this weekend. Let's see. As I said, Charles Wesley Godwin's going to be at Roanoke Island Festival Park. Starting, like I said, gates are going to open at 5, and the show's going to start at 6:30. That's Friday night. Let's see. There's also going to be a pre-show kickoff. Where is that happening? That's for this specific show. It's from 2 to 4, and that's going to be in downtown Manteo at the Pioneer Theater. So if you want to go to the pre-show kickoff from 2 to 4, there's going to be one for every show. It's all powered by Chili Water. Oh, wow. It's pretty rad. That's all happening at the Pioneer Theater starting at 2 o'clock on Friday. Of course, there's live music going on at New Vine, stuff going on down at the Froggy Dog in Avon. Ty Fleming. Hey, if you can't make it to any of that, go see Ty Fleming 7 to 10 at Fish Heads on Friday night. Ty Fleming is the man who created Chris Stapleton. I know people are like, he didn't really do that. Well, you know what? He was Chris Stapleton before Chris Stapleton was cool. Yeah, I said it. Fight me. I really don't want to fight, but you get what I'm saying. That's how serious I am about that. Something else that you can participate in if you decide to, which I think is a great idea. There's going to be a shrimp plate fundraiser for a young lady named Brandy Mann of Mann's Harbor. She has a service dog now. She has a rare something. I don't know all the details. It's adrenal insufficiency. It's a condition that causes her to faint without warning. And the dog of Honey will be her lifeline, bringing vital support and much needed peace of mind to her family. So this is to help raise money to pay for this dog. It's going to be going on at Manio First Assembly of God Church right there on Highway 64. It's kind of across from Hotel Manio. No. Oh, shoot. It used to be the Elizabethan Inn. I can't think of the name of it right now. But anyway, it's up towards, heading north into Manio, heading towards the high school sort of thing on Highway 64. Manio First Assembly from 4 until 7. It's, again, a shrimp plate fundraiser. I'm going to go get me a couple plates of shrimp. I will eat my wife's shrimp. My wife is allergic to shrimp. Found that out the hard way last summer, but we're not going to get into all that. But, again, that's something 4 to 6 at Manio First Assembly of God Church. Let's see, this coming weekend, International Surfing Day. What? There's going to be a beach party for International Surfing Day. Where is that going to be at? Surf riders kick off the beach party. Ashley Espresso. It doesn't say where. Bonnet Street Beach Access. Okay, in Nags Head, the Bonnet Street Beach Access. That's where this beach party is going to be for International Surfing Day this coming Saturday, June 21st. The Tipsy Terrarium. Okay, this is Kind Cocktails big event happening in downtown Manio at 4 o'clock. There's more information about that at Outer Banks this week. Live music at Old Tom's. There's still going to be a lot of music going on at Rundown Cafe. There's stuff going on at Mike Diana's Grill Room in Duck. Lots of different things happening this weekend. It's a long list of all different great things. Tri Villages Market's happening on Saturday, June 21st, starting at 9 a.m. What in the world? Was that just Friday? Oh my gosh, Friday's list of things going on is super stacked. Holy smokes. Let's take a look at Sunday. Different things going on at Buffalo City Distillery in Powell's Point up in Currituck. Alien Java is going to be having live music with Jackie Burns down in Frisco. Going on into next week, Mermaid Monday at H2OBX Water Park on Monday, June 23rd from 10 until 12. So I guess you get to swim with a mermaid. It's pretty rad. Open mic night at McGrath's Burger Shack on Monday, June 23rd, starting at 6. Let's keep looking. Let's go into next week. The First Flight Farmers Market at First Flight High School from 9 until 1 on Tuesday, June 24th. Surf Camp with Ride the Wind down in Ocracoke on June 24th, starting at 9 a.m. The Bar Cats is going to be at NC Coast Grill and Bar up in Duck. That's starting at 6 o'clock. I tell you what, Wes Stepp's been doing some great things at his location there in Duck with NC Coast. So I'll definitely go up there and try to make a point to check that out. There's going to be trivia at Old Tom's on Tuesday night starting at 6:30. Uncle Ike's Sandbar is going to be having karaoke on Tuesday night. It's starting at 10 o'clock and going into the wee morning hours of Wednesday until 2 a.m. That's where Matty P was this past week, and he did karaoke. And from what I understand, he did a bang-up job. Let's keep looking down. There's so many things going on at Kitty Hawk Kites, things going on in Duck. Foxy Flamingos having a birthday party in Nags Head on Wednesday, June 25th from noon until 6. Again, so many different things. Jeremy and the Generations are going to be jamming out on Wednesday as well. Next Wednesday, the 25th at 7 to 10 at Fish Heads. The list goes on and on. You can see this list in its entirety. There's just so many things. I could go on for the next hour talking about what's happening here on the Outer Banks in the events listings. I'm just saying, I would suggest going there myself and just looking at it all on my own at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. All right, I don't know that I forgot anything. I do want to thank Miss Aubree and her friend for being on the show today, talking about things that teenagers like to do on the Outer Banks, places to go, restaurants, shops. It's a different perspective on different things. As adults, we all like what we like, but you got to look at the kids too. You got to think about the kids too. The kids have different things that they like to go do. So that's why I appreciate them giving me their perspective on what teenage girls like to do. Next week, as by request, as I mentioned from Mr. Eric, I'm going to be down in Hatteras at Hatteras Seafoods and Jeffrey's Seafood talking to Miss Kelly and Mr. Kelsey about Hatteras Seafoods and Jeffrey's Seafood. So that's going to be fun. I get to pack up the gear and head to Hatteras. And I'm telling you right now, Hatteras is one of my favorite places to go. I love it down there. My wife and I were talking about trying to find an Airbnb down there that we could go to just for like a few days with the boys and just hang out and just go see different people and go just do different things. And and just enjoy the Outer Banks. I mean, I work so much on the Outer Banks and help promote the Outer Banks that I don't really get an opportunity to really enjoy it. So working on trying to do that. That's what we're working on right now. And again, going down to Hatteras is where I go. I love it down there. Absolutely love it. You get a chance to go to Hatteras, please go. That's going to be doing for this episode of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. What is this, episode 119? And again, all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio and online at kellysobxauto.com. And all powered by this week, Outer Banks Pest Control, online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. All right, I'm out of here. Have yourself a great and wonderful rest of the week, and I'll see y'all again next week from the Hatteras side of things. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
This has been another radical edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and listen every Thursday for a new episode.